Good afternoon to all the viewers and welcome to ICCA Live, World-Class Culinary Online. Today we are back with yet another interesting session in the series of webinars on breads. And today's topic is on the lamination technique on croissants. I will now hand over to our host, Shanaz Raja, Director of Courses at the ICCA Dubai. Over to you, Shanaz.
Thank you, Karan. Once again, flour, yeast, salt, butter, and the most important ingredient of all, Chef Sally's magic. If you've tried to make croissants before, you will appreciate what it takes to make a perfect croissant. Chef Sally Handoko from our Faculty of Bakery and Patisserie here at the ICCA in Dubai is going to continue our journey with different kinds of bread. And this time it is on using the lamination technique of laminating butter, layers of butter and fermented dough to get amazing mouth-watering croissants. If only I could push that lovely smell of freshly baked croissants from the webinar studio, I actually would. It's something to die for. Many of you are now regulars and do know what the International Center for Culinary Arts is all about. But if you're here for the first time, we are an internationally renowned vocational education training center delivering professional and personal culinary education in cookery, bakery, and patisserie. I won't take too much of your time on introductions as Chef Sally has a lot to go through with us today. Over to you, Chef Sally.
Well, thank you, Ms. Shanaz. Hello again. My name is Chef Sally. I come from Indonesia. 14 years experience in pastry and bakery. This is my third year in ICCA as a chef instructor for pastry and bakery. Now, let me introduce you to my special assistants today.
Hello, so my name is Intisar. I'm a student at ICCA. I have done the diploma program in cookery and I'm now doing the diploma program in pastry. I'm so excited today to join the Chef Sally and the live webinar about the croissants. So make sure to stay with us and enjoy it.
Okay, let's start. She's the star of Instagram. Okay, let's start with dough now. Before we start again, we will introduce you to ingredients. We have bread flour here and small part of all-purpose flour. I'll add some milk powder to increase to make the flavor more buttery. Okay, sugar. Again, I use instant dry yeast. Yes, as you know, you can get a barley molasses or barley malt. If anywhere you can find it in Carrefour even. Salt, unsalted butter, water, and a milk. Okay, let's start now. I'll push it over here so you can see the dough. Oops. Ready? Right. Now, we're still using the hook for the dough. Again, I always start to the liquid first. Yeah. So when you're using a dough, make sure it will touch straight away with your dough. Sugar. Okay. We will have the molasses or barley malt. Mix it up. Flour. Okay, milk powder. Here. Bread flour, salt, and yeast. You may be wondering why I mix salt with the instant dry yeast. It's okay to add both of them together, except when you're using fresh yeast. Yeah? Put it on. Like my two last webinar, we always want to get a nice develops of your gluten. In this case, in croissant, we don't need to have a fully developed gluten. Yeah, because we will continue using them, develop them by laminate them. Okay. Okay, while the dough is mixing, now we will need to make the butter croissant. What makes the butter croissant different than normal butter? It's more dry. We call it a dry butter. You can find it this slab of butter. Actually, they're not selling it in groceries. They sell it only in the supplier. Yeah. Or we can make them. Today, I'm going to show you how to make them. Okay. We have a normal butter, unsalted butter, and I add a little bit of your bread flour to make them dry. Okay. I'll smooth them. Smooth butter. A little bit more. Okay. And I add the flour. Yeah. I'll mix them only until they combine together. The fat percentage that able on your that you will able to use for lamination the croissant need to be 83 to 84% of fat inside. Okay, your butter is ready. Now you want to see the dough. Like I said to you, no need to check the gluten. There you go. Now we lift it up before we adding the butter. Okay. Is okay? Yeah. Now I'll add the butter. Only small part of butter. And I'll continue mixing it. Then come back again to your butter lamination. In here, we need to have a size. Like I said to you, when you're buying it ready-made butter, it's in block. Yeah. So how are we gonna make this butter, the homemade butter with this block? Is you need to cut a piece of paper 16 by 16, glue them with the cling film on top your table, and you put them inside. You put them on the top. Yeah. There you go. And with the cling film, you just update it. Exactly 16 by 16. Rolling it, and after that, you roll them up. Easy? It's very easy. Yeah. Try to get exact 16 by 16. How is it doing? It's combined already now. As easy as it is. Yeah. Now what we need to do with this butter, we keep them in the chiller until we're ready to use them. Yeah. Ready? Here we go. Now, here the butter. If you notice, I only use a low speed. Yeah, I'm not using a very high speed. And this is done. Yeah, now we're gonna make a ball. Okay. Up. Here. See? Right. Now I'm making it round again. Now, with this dough, it's good when you keep it an hour in room temperature and then you keep them inside the chiller. Now, to make croissant, to make the beautiful crumbs on your croissant, you need 3-day process. First day process, you only make the dough, proof, chill for next day. Yeah, and then after that, the second day, you combine them, the dough and your butter together, and we're gonna do the lamination. All right, I will clean myself a bit, yeah, and then we will do the next step. Okay, we can get the dough, the big dough. Right, Mishana.
Yes, Chef Sally, I'm ready with the question.
Okay.
Okay, so
Question.
yes. What will happen if you develop gluten fully at this stage of the dough?
Right.
Okay, we're waiting for the answer.
Okay.
Everybody's thinking. Okay, so they're divided on this. I knew they wouldn't get this line. Okay. It's moving. Okay, fine. The
Okay.
croissant will lose their shape, say 45% of the people, and the dough will shrink when rolling, say 40% of the people, and 20% say it will help to roll out the dough easily.
Okay.
So which one is
So
the answer?
The answer, the good one, is the dough will keep shrinking back when you roll them. Yeah. Again, remember when we do the gluten development, we will do it by rolling them. So we don't need to have a ready gluten development. Is it okay, Mishana?
Done, Sari, done.
Okay.
Yes, you go ahead.
Continue.
Yes, please.
Okay. Before I continue, you have any question about the dough itself? Is there any question, Mishana?
Let me check. I think there might be a private. Yes, there are one or two people have asked the same thing. In fact, one has asked, can I use all-purpose flour? And another person has says, is there a substitute for bread flour?
No, we don't have a substitute for bread flour. We need to get the bread flour.
You need the gluten to stretch out in lamination.
Exactly.
You need some kind of gluten.
You need them. So what happened when the lamination, why it created crumbs? Because your protein or your gluten, it holds or trap your steam from the butter. So you need to have a strong bread flour. Yeah?
Yeah. When I was in college, okay, shall we?
Is it okay? Yeah? You see that the dough is already proofed 2 times. Yeah, now it's time for me to roll them. Alright. The difficult part to use your hand is you need to keep moving the dough so your dough will not stick on your table. Yeah? And always maintain to have a rectangular shape. Yeah, to get easy and evenly distribute your butter. Okay, you see how I roll? I roll always from the middle. Yeah, and to make the sharp edges, I roll them again from the middle, but to outside. Yeah, okay, this is done. And check your butter. If your butter is smaller than the dough, roll them up again. Your butter needs to be the same temperature with your dough. You cannot make the butter harder than the dough or the dough be softer than the butter. Yeah. Make sure that all of them in the same temperature. Do a bit more. Right. Now, what I'm doing here, what we call in the bakery area, butter locking. So you need to lock your butter and your dough together. Okay? See that? Now we will close them up. Again, remember, you have to brush them every step you can take. Right? Now, if your temperature at your home is cold enough, it's say 24 or 18 or 17, yeah, you can roll them straight away. If not, this stage you can keep in the chiller for 10 to 15 minutes because here in ICCA it's a bit warmer. So I keep them inside the chiller. Of course, clean first. I already make it ready for you. Yeah, the same butter locking. Yeah. Done. Dust them. Now, after butter locking, what we need to do is the first lamination. What is lamination? Lamination is when you add your butter and your dough and then you create a turn. Yeah? To get a layer between all of them. Remember, always move your dough. When you roll something, not even a bread or pie or a short crust pastry, don't make your dough touching, rolling pin touching to your table. Yeah, accidentally you will lock the dough, so the dough can't move. So keep your rolling pin on tops of your dough. Yeah, and always catch them. Try to make them even from the middle. Yeah. Now, we will do first lamination. Okay. First lamination is what we call a book fold. So pay attention now. 3/4. Okay. 1/4. Close them up. Stitch them. Okay, roll them again. Right, next, you roll them. This is what we call bow fold. Yeah, you can see fold. Yeah. All right, now you need to rest this dough again 30 minutes at chiller temperature, 1 to 4 degrees Celsius. Okay? Now, we need to do the second lamination. See, I have already ready book fold. Flour dust. Make them level up. Right. Roll. Roll. Always move your dough, yeah? Always keep them in rectangular shape. Ready? Press them up. Now, before we do a book fold, now we will do simple fold, or we call it first folding. 1/3 brush and 1/3. Brush it up. So in croissant, you just need to have 2/3. Yeah, you don't need to add more. If you do more fold, yeah, your croissant will be more flaky, say like artificial. You don't want to have that. Okay, this is the simple fold or single fold. All right. Now, this is ready. Normally in industry, like I said, 3 days to make the croissant. This day, I always freeze them. And tomorrow, we shape them and bake them. Yeah? Okay? 3 days, first day dough, second day lamination, putting it inside the freezer, and then the third day, we will do a shaping and baking. Okay? Now we will go into the freezer. Okay? Missionaries, is there an equation?
Yes, let's put out a question for them before we address theirs. Okay.
Sure.
So it's an important question. What is the difference between croissant butter and regular butter?
Okay.
How come they all know the answer? Perfect.
I already explained it, Missionaries. Okay. Good job, everyone.
There are two people with doubts, but you know, on the webinar, we have Ravea, a student, who said, "What did you put in butter to make it before you made it into a block?" So Ravea, Chef Sally added flour into the butter to absorb the excess
To make it dry.
moisture.
Yes.
Yes, because regular butter has more moisture than croissant butter. So you can add 5% flour and knead it into the butter before you shape it.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Done.
Thank you.
Now,
Thank you.
you're very welcome, Michelle. Now, again, 3 days. Again, yeah. One more time, I do recap. 3 days. The dough. First day, the dough. Second lamination. Now we jump into the third days. Okay. We shape and we bake them. Right. Now, this is the third lamination and the second lamination. Done. I remove it up. Last part. Okay, now. Why we need to keep it in the chiller? I'm sure you know it already. You have yeast inside your dough. Yeah, we don't want to wake them up. We want the yeast have a full power to do the last step of brewing. We don't want to wake them up. Okay, now, you know, the shape of your croissant is all depends on the chef. What they want to have. The shape for cake shop is different. The cake for buffet is different. Even if you have a VIP at your home or your hotel or your restaurant, also there is a different shape and different size. Yeah. Same roll. Okay, roll. I will do today 28 by 8. Yeah. A little bit more. Okay. 28. 9. with a knife. All right. Here, 28. Yeah. Now, I like to cut on the side. Okay, before you do the measurement, you need to relax the dough. After you roll them, you need to relax all the dough. Alright, here. Alright. Okay. I'll cut on the side. Yes, right. And on the side. And alright. Go. Now I will measure them. 28 by 8. Okay. Remove the one. Right, again, we deal with a hand lamination here. Our best friend is our chiller. So every time you're done to cut them, keep them always inside the chiller. Now, I have done it already. Yeah. Cut it for you, so you will not wait so long. Yeah. We will bake it, we will enjoy it later. Yeah, okay. There we go. Now, shaping. Yeah. Blast all, eliminate all the flour if you can. Okay. A bit cold. Yeah. Okay, massage them a little bit cold. Okay, stretch them a bit. Okay, now, Johnny, ready with the camera? Okay. I flat them on the side. Okay, have you ever seen the croissant shaped like crescent? They are very flaky one. And then, have you ever seen the croissant which is straight? You know the difference between both of them? Now it is like a crab, and one is straight. Yeah. The half moon ones, yeah. Normally, all the baker use margarine inside of them. The straight croissant is always butter inside. Yeah. Okay. Now move this and roll it by your hand. Don't press it so much. When you press it, it will be break. Okay. Right. In the end, press them down. Okay. One. Do another one. Okay. Flat them on the side. Roll them up. Don't press it so much. Flat. The bottom part. Yeah. It's always down. Good. One more time. Like that. Now, after all finished, yeah. Okay, there's 3 more. Up. See, on a small round and just roll them up.
Chef Sally,
Yes.
in our recipe that we sent out to them, we mentioned that they should make a small slit in the center of the
You
base.
can.
Yes, can you show them that, because that's what in the recipe that's sent out.
Okay, no problem. You can slit it up. Okay. You just want to make it, you break them. Two, and then you roll them up. Only to make your croissant look longer. Yeah, there is a lot of shape of croissant, not only one. This is one of them. So one with slit, you have a long leg over here and one without. Good? Yeah? Okay. Now, after this, you will do egg wash. Now, we have a recipe for egg wash. 1 egg yolk, 1 whole egg, and milk, not a cream, because a lot of fat already inside your croissant. Okay? Mix it up together. Egg yolk, milk. And we brush it. See, the way you brushing also very important. When you do a brushing, don't brush this side. Okay, you always brush on 2 layers. When you brush this side, you will cover all the layers, and when you bake them, it won't open up. Yeah? Okay, I'll do 1 egg wash before improving and before. Yeah? Always in this side. Cool? Now, I have the proof croissant. You see? The proof croissant will be jiggly. See that? That's jiggly. Means your croissant is ready. Yeah? Again, one more time. Slowly, gently. You see, remember, yeah, you deal with a lot of butter inside that. Please maintain the temperature of your dough and also your butter. Butter melts in which temperature? In this side? 32, 34, yeah, because your body temperature is 66. Right, ready to bake? In your ovens, a house oven, I suggest you to put 185 degrees for 5 minutes first, and after 5 minutes, you put 160 for another 10 minutes. All right, now we're ready to bake. Yeah. Thank you. Now, is there any more question, Mishana?
Yes, Chef Sally, a private question.
Yeah.
The question is, can I use margarine instead of butter?
Yes, you can use margarine. Actually, margarine can build up your croissant better. But the problem with margarine is their melting point is so high. It's like 38. So when you eat them, it will create a funny taste and stuck on your tongue, above tongue. Yeah. Yes, but it's really good when you have a nice butter. Yeah?
Yeah.
Is that okay, Mishanas?
That's it, Chef Sally. Those are the questions for you.
Now, we have ready baked one. Yeah, I'm going to show you how inside cut. Okay, yeah. Okay. Is it possible to make croissant at home with hand? Yes. It will create a good layers. To be honest, yes and no. It depends how you distribute all the butter. Okay. The picture on the ICCA is I use a machine. So you see the coral is all on the side. Today, what I show you is using a hand. Yeah? We'll see what is inside the coral. You see, you hear that? It's crunchy. Yeah? Oh.
Sally?
Yeah?
Amna wants to know how
Yeah.
to make the croissant nice and crusty and crunchy on the outside.
You use a good butter. Second one, you need to practice how to do good lamination. Okay, but this is very important. To make 100% croissant, you need 30% good dough, 40% lamination, and the rest of 40% you need to have a good butter. Yeah, Mishanas?
Thank you, Sally.
Okay, look at the crumb. It's not too good. Yeah, because you use hand lamination. Okay, because the butter on it is not distributed very well. Okay, I will not tell lie. No lie. The one that I use for picture is I use machine all the time. Right. For croissant, it's better to do hands-on. Okay, I'm not lying again. You need to come to us, and we have a lifestyle bread class in the next week. Yeah, if you really, because I believe in hands-on technique. Video, not so great. Hands-on is always the best. Okay, Mishanas? Now, any question about the shaping and baking, Mishanas?
That's it, Chef Sally.
That's it? All right, we are done here.
Just
Thank
a
you for
moment.
being with us. Yeah?
One question, sorry. Ellison wants to know how many times do you do the book fold?
One time book fold, one time simple fold.
Okay. About the butter, there are a few questions. I'll just quickly address them. When you come here to ICCA, we teach you with the croissant butter slabs because we teach professional commercial production. But Chef Sally chose to do this show with normal butter because many of you try it out at home.
Ask for it.
It's difficult to find croissant butter, but croissant butter is available with bakery suppliers.
Yes, correct, Mishana.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you for being with me and Intisa. Okay, the recipe is been shared with you guys. Hope you learned something new here, and please, there is a lot of variety of bread that we cannot do by online. Come to ICCA and I will be love to teach you. All right? Okay, hand over to you, Mishana.
Yes.
Bye-bye. All right.
Thank you, Sally. As always, we are the lucky ones who will get to eat those fresh, yummy croissants that you've been cutting on the camera. And for some of you out there, if you've already made croissants, I hope you have picked up a few tricks that will up your game. And if you're going to try for the first time, then take the time to research each ingredient and process, as the science of the ingredient is closely related to the technique that you will use. Do watch the replay a few times before you start. And if you come to ICCA, I assure you, you will be able to start a croissant business with the most amazing array of flavors and finishes. Thank you for being with us, and we look forward to your attendance on Wednesday to watch Chef Adam make tasty and healthy salads with chicken. Until we meet again.
Thank you, Shanaz and Chef Sally, for yet another session. Just fantastic. These croissants look amazing, especially the shape, the golden crust, and at the same time, the baked butter. The smell of baked butter is just amazing. Can't wait to try it after the show. For those who have joined us a little late, an email will soon follow with a replay video of this webinar together with the handouts as well. And lastly, we encourage you to recreate these croissants and share them on your social media platforms by tagging at ICCA Dubai. And also we will have them reshared on our platforms as well. And we look forward to seeing you in the next session. Be with us. Until then, goodbye.